a way to build resilience.
So it's still fundamental to his vision. And he has this podcast too, right?
He does, still using that platform to talk about big issues. AI's impact on jobs comes up a lot, obviously. Dynamics in the Democratic Party, economic growth strategies. It all connects back to the UBI conversation in various ways.
And media appearances?
Yeah, he was on The Daily Show recently.
Yeah.
Talked about UBI, but also about AI governance, highlighting how those two issues are increasingly linked.
Okay, so no big new UBI push from him today, but he's still very much in the conversation, advocating through the Ford Party, his podcast media. Makes sense. All right, let's zoom back out. General news. What else is happening that connects, maybe indirectly, to this whole UBI discussion?
It's striking, actually. You see things like Amazon using more AI, expanding cashierless stores.
Right, the automation trend.
Yeah, and that directly feeds the debate. If jobs are disappearing, how do people stay afloat? It makes UBI seem less theoretical, more like a potential necessity.
And the gig economy fits in here, too.
Definitely. Unions for Uber and Lyft drivers, they're pushing for things like portable benefits, even UBI supplements.
Right.
Because gig work can be unstable, right? Algorithmic wages, lack of security. They argue a basic income floor is needed for those workers.
Makes sense. Precarious work needs a safety net. What about actual legislation in the U.S.? Any movement?
Well, Representative Ocasio-Cortez reintroduced her UBI Act, the 2025 version.
Okay.
And interestingly, it proposes funding a pilot partly through a tax 5% on profits of big companies using a lot of AI automation.
Directly linking the gains from AI to funding UBI. That's a direct approach.
It is, and it's not just one side. There's also bipartisan talk in the Senate about expanding the child tax credit.
Which isn't full UBI, but...
But it's more direct income support for families. Some see it as a step, maybe an incremental move in that direction, shows broader interest in getting cash to people.
Okay, so some movement, or at least proposals, domestically. What about the EU?
The European Parliament actually voted recently, narrowly passed a resolution to explore EU-wide UBI frameworks.
Explore. So not implement, but look into it.
Exactly. And there was pushback, strong opposition from more fiscally conservative countries like Germany, Sweden. So even where social safety nets are strong, UBI is still very much debated.
Complex dynamics everywhere. Any sort of wild cards or unique experiments popping up?
Well, Elon Musk announced a $100 million UBI pilot in Texas.
Musk? Really, what's the detail?
$1,200 a month for 2 years, select group of residents. It's raised eyebrows, naturally. Some wonder if it's tied to, like, SpaceX and long-term plans for off-world colonies where basic income might be necessary.
Huh? That's unexpected. A tech billionaire funding a UBI trial. Adds a whole new layer.
For sure. And philanthropy is getting more involved generally. The Chan Zuckerberg Initiative pledged